In all honesty, this is the first watch from NOMOS that has ever made me stand up and pay attention. The Club Sport Neomatic, especially in this blue dial, you'll find it very hard to find anybody that actually thinks it's an ugly watch. Without a doubt, it's a really good looking, beautiful watch. But the main question I've been asking myself since I've taken this over the last 2 weeks is, would I use my own hard-earned money and buy it myself? When the Club Sport was released by NOMOS recently, it really did make me stand up and take notice. I thought it was a fantastic looking watch. Now granted, with polished centre links, blue dials such as this, there's going to always be Rolex Datejust comparisons. And the question is it a Rolex Datejust alternative? It's a far cheaper alternative at around £2,000. Possibly, yeah. But the big question I've been asking myself is, would I use my own money to buy this watch? And I wouldn't. In all honesty, I would not buy this watch with my own money. Now, that's not to say it's a bad watch, but there's just a few too many things that I want to tweak and change to make it the perfect watch for me. That's a pretty negative start to the video, granted. And I don't want to get off on the wrong foot here. This is a fantastic looking watch, really well built, excellent. But there's just too many things, a little bit about proportion and sizing for me that I'd just love to change that would suit me ideally. Now, one of those things, those big things for me that's got bugbear for a few people that I've read on the internet as well, is that lug to lug. Over 47 millimeters lug to lug on a 37 mil watch. Now, 47 millimeters, that's, you're talking 42, 43 mil watches at times. So it's a hell of a lug to lug. And proportionally and visually, when you're looking at the watch, it definitely takes some getting used to. 37 mil case, I'm measuring it about 36.7, so under 37 in all honesty. Only 8.5 mil thick, which is awesome, wears fantastically well. Lugs, 18 mil. Oh, when I got this, I thought, it could be a bit of a strap monster. I'll try it with some NATOs, and 18 mil is just... 19 mil is probably the worst because it's just ridiculous, but yeah, 18 mil lugs. So yeah, a bit of a no-no, unfortunately for me. That's a big one that annoys me as well. It's got a fantastic taper down to 15.5 mil. And as I say, 47.5 on the lug to lug. And the true lug to lug is actually 50.7 mil. We're talking Tudor Pelagos FXD standards here, guys. Really big lug to lug. So the end of the bracelet does stick out a little bit more. And it's just, I think it's too big. Let me know in the comments, guys. Is it too big? Is it livable? Something that does look fantastic on this watch is that dial. That beautiful sunburst dial. It's crisp, it's clean. It just looks the business, 100%, absolutely beautiful. The sub-dial is really cool as well because that's actually a darker blue, so there's a little bit of contrast on there. Still blues, but a nice contrast. The markers are printed or painted. It's got really decent lume. The hands are full of lume, very easy to read. It's a crisp, clean dial, but applied markers, would that look a bit better? I think it would. Now, oh la la. Yes, the case back is a thing to behold, a thing of beauty. NOMOS have got it down to a T. They just make a fantastic looking movements. So you flip this watch over, only 8.3 mil thick, and they've got the in-house 43-hour DUW 301. 3.2 mil thick movement height, crazy proportions, and what a gorgeous finish. The watch is almost more attractive to look at from the behind than the front. The bracelet and clasp, good looking, 18 mil only, which I think even on a 37 mil watch you can handle a 20 mil strap. So it's a shame they haven't done that because you're tied in. I've never owned an 18 mil NATO or a leather strap, and it's just such a shame. It's a letdown because it's a lot more demure in size now because it's 37 mil already. But yeah, 18 mil for me, no, I don't like it. The polished centre links do give a Datejust vibe. It does feel quality. I think it looks absolutely awesome in all honesty. But the clasp is a bit of a mixed bag. Now, the fold over bit is milled, fantastic. But then the clasp itself is just pressed folded metal. And I don't say it looks cheap, but it looks less quality than it could do. So I think that's a bit of a letdown in all honesty. It's almost like they ran out of budget. They've done a fantastic display back, fantastic dial, fantastic case, lovely bracelet. Even the fold-over bit is milled and good quality. Then the clasp, not the end of the world, and it does make for a thinner strap, probably more comfortable strap. It just feels a little bit cheap, and I think they could have changed that to make it a better watch. So they do this watch in 2 variants. The 42mm, which I think when it's all dial and no real bezel action on there, I think a 42mm style in this watch is too big. So I purposely asked for the 37mm just to see how I'd get on. Now the big question for me in today's society is, can a man really wear a 37mm watch? Now the answer is yes, obviously. A lot of people do wear smaller watches. But in this day and age, this 37mm is probably directed more towards ladies or unisex, and then the 42 is for the men, I would say. Now, I could just about get used to a 37mm watch, but this is I would say, a particularly small 37mm watch. The watch wears fantastically well. It's incredibly comfy, just slips onto your wrist and you could forget about it. You could wear it all day, every day. With every watch, there is good things, there is bad things, and on this watch, it is no different. Overall, I'd say it's more of a good watch than a bad watch. The good things are the dial, the general looks, the comfort and the case back. The bad, the lug to lug is a big one for me. The lug width, the clasp, bit of a letdown in all honesty. And I think the crown is a little bit too big on this watch, and I don't know why. It's got 43 hours of power reserve. I just think it's a little bit out of proportion in all honesty. It's just a little bit like Goldilocks' porridge. This one's probably a little bit too small. The 42 would be too big in this style. So yeah, something just in the middle, and I think they'd have a home run on the hands. That's just my opinion, guys. I think it's a fantastic watch. I've really enjoyed my time with it. Good looking, great heritage, amazing movement, great finishing. But yeah, just a few things I'd change, that's all. The life of a watch addict here. Right guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.